See, there's a difference in the world. And sometimes we make mistakes. We think certain people are our friends, but we got to realize that a bodyguard and a security is two different entities. You see, a bodyguard stands next to you. When you move, he moves. When you shake, he shakes. But security, they stand around and watch. They never get anything moving. So what I'm telling you today is you got to learn how to separate the security from the bodyguards. The security is going to keep you in a complacent place, tell you what you want to hear. The bodyguard going to let you know that this is not safe and this is not what you want, what you are meant to be. So that decision comes down to you as an adult. What type of people do you like in your circle? Are you building an empire or are you building a mockery? That decision is up to you.
Guys, welcome to the studio. We are Hustle Up. This is Mr. William King Hollis, the man, the myth, the legend. My name is Clint Crow.
Jonathan Hessing.
Matt Gammon.
Like and subscribe on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, at HSTLUP. William, thanks for coming in.
Yes, sir.
So you got a powerful story. I just heard some about your new speech. You've been in London. You've been in New Zealand.
Australia.
Yep.
Well, let me tell you something real quick. This man flew in from Australia and straight to the studio to get a job done for a project in Germany. He hit me up. He's like, yo, I need a studio real quick. I was like, bro, what? I thought you were in Australia. He's like, I just flew back in. I need to get this job done stat. Nice. So talk about hustle. My boy really bringing it,
This man
bro.
embodies the hustle. Tell us about what you got going on.
Well, the project that dropped today is Pain and Purpose. Man, this album basically represents my entire journey in speaking and finding my gift. And I wanted to create something that can literally give people the blueprint. These speeches is about 9 speeches on the album, and these speeches literally touch you in so many ways when it comes to life and its instructions. You know what I mean? It's not just, screaming, you can be the best you can be, but I'm telling you instructions. Like, I'm telling you things that help me get to the next level. And the craziest thing about my career is, man, I literally believe anybody that can wake up every single day and have that commitment, they can make it. Absolutely. In this industry. Everybody's story is important, man. That's what I try to tell people, and that's why I'm so adamant about answering every DM, answering every message, because I learned a lot of celebrities, they became distant from the people, and the people are the one who made them. And people make fun and they say things about the King Nipsey Hussle. They say he should have bagged up, but I know what he felt. You know what I mean? How can I run away from something who put me here? You know what I mean? I'd rather die with them than on a big, huge gold stage. You know what I mean? Yeah. And for me, once you find your purpose, once you feel that pain, you'll find your purpose. And pain and purpose, they go hand in hand.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, they work together. You got to go through that pain to know your purpose, and then you've also got to put pain in staying disciplined to pursuing your purpose. 100%. And that's pain and purpose is like the perfect duality kind of play. Let's hear your backstory. So how did you get started in speaking? So this album, Pain and Purpose, is a speaking album. It's not a music album.
It's considered. It got like powerful, inspirational beats on it, instrumentals behind it. So it's music. I mean, people don't know Motivational is a motivational record label. It's one of the first of his few. Wow. And how we discovered and how we built that was, I started dropping speeches, man, and people start wanting to listen to it on a regular basis. I'm talking about when they go to their office, You
got how many views on YouTube now?
Like closing on 200 million.
Yeah.
I just closed another deal with a huge channel called Vibo. So basically what I'm doing right now, man, I'm closing in on 5 YouTube deals.
Let's go.
I do 50% splits across the board. So basically marketing, if I got 5 YouTube channels and a total of 10 million subscribers, I'm marketing faster at a rate faster than any other speaker in the world. You know what I mean? And that's with no money. So that's what I was able to create. And that's why people are starting to see a kid that started on side of a Turkey Hill gas station, man, become one of the household names in motivation.
That's so. You know Tony Robbins, obviously.
Absolutely.
You know what he says? He says successful people aren't the ones with the most resources. They're the ones who are the most resourceful.
Absolutely.
And man, that's so powerful. So what is your backstory? So how did you get into this?
Basically, man, 4 years ago, I was homeless. I cracked my vertebrae playing ball. I came back over into the Arena League, and I was getting ready to move back up to the CFL, found out how to L1 crack vertebrae. So basically, I had to everything I ever knew, football, that's all I knew. I'm like, coach is going to take care of me, hotels, we living, you know what I mean? And God just said, no, it's time for you to do something else, you know what I mean? And I ended up homeless in Philly. And one day I was helping coach in the Arena team with a coach named Bernie Nortowski, man. Shout out to that man. And she loved the energy that I had with the kids. And, a lot of people, some of the people in the city knew I was, homeless and knew what was going on. But I never really showed any despair or weakness, you know what I mean? So, I kept going. And one day she was like, Will, I want you to come volunteer to speak to a group of kids at Reddick Intermediate High School. I went over there and spoke, and within 5 minutes, those boys was in tears.
Wow.
And I walked out to school. I was literally walking back to the hotel, man, thinking about taking my life. I was just talking about every terrible problem. My mother was gone. My dad was gone. It's basically like a peeling off a scab, you know what I mean, that you try to cover up.
Raw.
As a man, like, man, I ain't made it. You know what I mean? I really didn't make it. So when I first spoke, it was almost like a gift and a curse, like I didn't know that it was going to be my career. So when I got halfway to the hotel, man, I got a phone call. She said, Will, how much you charge to speak? And that phone call stopped me from killing myself that day.
Wow.
So a phone call changed my life. A phone call put me in the direction I was supposed to go in. Fast forward that, 3 weeks later, I went and did an assembly in front of 500 kids. Never had no speaking classes. Only thing I watched was a YouTube video in the hotel, Les Brown in the Georgia Dome. And 4 years later, today, man, 200 million views on YouTube. First motivational speaker to speak during Milan Fashion Week. #1 football speech in the world. And I can honestly say, like I said, a lot of people, picked this, but I was chosen.
What is that #1 football speech, just for people listening?
It's called The Game of Life, man. The backstory about that, man, is actually my fiance actually in the studio, but I was homeless. And, I had reached out. My girl, we went to school together, and I reached out and basically told her I was, I got evicted. I took my last $130 and paid for a videographer to shoot the speech. I gave him like 120. I kept 10. And I gave him 120, man. And I came down here. I was sleeping on my fiance couch at the time. At this point, I was just my friend. And basically, man, I was homeless. And I got a message, and it said, Will, you going viral on Twitter. And now your speech going viral. And it happened just like that. So on my fiance couch is where I sat. I was broke. I was down. And I built everything people see. I built King Hollis from an iPhone and a dream. Ooh. That's it. That's all I ever had, man.
And how much did you get for your first speaking engagement?
My first, I got $100.
Wow.
I liked how you told that story at the event that you spoke at the other night. You're like, they called me and you're like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was like $7,500, $100, and I got the 100. So I got the 100, and after I started speaking, after I finished the event, one of the people was like, bro, you worth way more than that. And I was just like, oh. So I went on, man, I ain't had a speaking classes. I didn't do any of those, like I wasn't, like I didn't go through the Toastmasters or any of that stuff. So everything I had to learn in motivation, I had to learn on the go. Like it was everything on the fly. So to this day, I've never had a computer or laptop. To this day, all I use is my iPhone.
That's awesome.
And now it's bigger and better. Now I got nice studios I go record at. And
already?
Yep. Yeah. And great friends surrounding me, man. So.
And you're getting a lot more than $100 for speaking.
Oh man, 2020 is 20.
Yo, that's amazing though that you were willing to invest 120 of your last $130 into doing that. Let me ask you something. What What kind of resources or relationships in your life can you accredit to having such a strong mental durability or like high level of mental strength?
It was where I'm from, man. You will see pain, and people just got to go through it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and so
where are you from?
Pontiac, Michigan.
Yeah.
So I grew up. My mother struggling on drug addiction, and my father a notorious drug figure and a drug addict. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying is I grew up in chaos. So it's like that scene off Batman when old boy said I was born in the darkness. I don't fear nothing. You know what I mean? I'm supposed to be dead a long time ago. So for me to be breathing, me to be waking up, going to another broken egg in the morning and seeing all these beautiful things, man, it's a blessing,
That's
man.
what's up.
I'm so thankful, man, because everything else is Disneyland. When people see problems, I see opportunities.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I understand this. If you don't save your life won't ever be saved. The reason why most people fail and sink in life is because of the things they think they need. Once you understand that everything you need is inside of you, you're going to understand your greatness. You're going to understand what you can bring to this world. And I told my boy, Clint, on the ride over here, I told him, I said, bro, he was like, Will, I listen to him. I said, bro, I don't listen to nobody but God. Because what I want to bring to the world, I can't listen to nobody else if I want to be the first to bring it to the world.
Preach it.
I can't do that.
Yes, sir.
And only a chosen few understand that. A lot of people need direction, but some people, you missing out from that inner voice. That got something for you that nobody else has ever heard, nobody has ever created. And we got this thing, it's this thing in this world where say, you got to read his book. I don't got to read nothing. I don't got to see none of that because I'm showing you.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you, I'm showing you that a special ed kid from Pontiac, Michigan can grow and be one of the biggest speakers on this planet with an iPhone. You feel me?
Yo, let's get a blue button on that one.
Yeah.
I'm on a winning streak.
Man, I'll tell you, the event the other night, when you walked in the room, you know, I mean, there was other speakers there, but when you walked in the room, you really capture a room.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you put everybody's attention was on you. You demand attention.
Big energy.
I mean, it's great. You just bring so much attention. Like, how did you get to be able to do that? Just captivate a whole room at one time.
I think because I love everybody in there.
Yeah.
Because I always remember I remember that kid sitting on the side of that Turkey Hill gas station, nobody telling him he can be nothing. So when I see you guys in the room, I'm honored. I'm honored, bro. Like they here for me. So as long as you never lose that feeling, you always gonna treat them people good. You always gonna smile, and they gonna feel the energy off you. The people smile. If you the star, you walking in the room and you're supposed to be the star, but all you're doing is serving and pouring into other people and telling other people how great they are, they become confused.
Yeah.
And the confusion turns into love. You feel what I'm saying? They like,
Absolutely.
bro, no, he's just one of those guys. And when I walk into a room, I want to be the guy that they say, yo, Will probably the realest speaker I ever met in my life. You know what I mean? I'm 30 years old. You know what I mean? I'm not that old. I relate to a lot of people, and I got knowledge of a grown man because I tell people, age is not determined. A man's not determined by his age. He's determined by his experiences.
Yeah.
I know a lot of the grown men that ain't experienced half of the stuff I went through.
No.
It's a reason why I have no excuses why people like Grant Cardone follow me on Instagram. I don't have $566 million. I ain't know why Nipsey Hussle followed me. I wasn't a rapper. You feel me? I didn't never know I was gonna be a corporate communications director for Crips and Bloods, helping bring Bloods and Crips together. Whoever thought I'd get that job? You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. So at the end of the day, like every day is an exciting moment for me. And my main thing is putting the pieces of the puzzles together. I feel like if God gave me a gift, this gift could keep pouring into other people and creating a beautiful life for other people as well. So I know that's why, I don't like clubs. I don't like turning up. I don't like doing none of that stuff because I know if I trick myself out this position, it's a lot of people gonna die because I was supposed to help them. They were supposed to be around me. So I got a responsibility for a next generation, bro, to help people rise in a major way. And that's what I'm doing. That's my job. That's my only job is to help the ordinary king and queen that feel like they'll never be nothing, grew up with toxic family members and toxic people, and make them understand, dog, you royalty. and that you got everything you need is inside of you. Don't wait for nobody else to give you what you deserve, and don't be afraid to chase legends. That's how you become the GOAT.
Shoot to the top. Yeah. Who's your biggest influence? Like, who influenced you? But outside of God, like people that you've watched.
My mother.
Okay.
You talk about
my
that?
My fiance.
You talk about your mom?
Well, I wanna dig into this because you said something in the car about your fiance paying the bills for you when you were down. Yeah. And what I heard from what you were saying was you've got the realest relationship in the game. Like you don't ever, there's no confusion there. Do you remember what you said?
Yeah, the reason why I go so hard is because the days where we'd go out to eat, I couldn't pay, I couldn't take care of the bills, I couldn't do all the things that I was supposed to do, even though she took me in while I was homeless. So now I tell her all the time I need $1 million for every tear I ever cried. So now when I'm negotiating, you talking money with me, I need all of it. You don't know what it's like not being able to take care of home, not being able to take care of your daughters and do all the things you need to do because you're chasing a dream to save other people. Mm-hmm. You got some people calling you a deadbeat, and you got some of the world calling you a savior. So you got to pick between both jobs. Like, what do God really want me to do? You want me to quit saving millions of people or go work at Pizza Hut and get $9 an hour? Or do he want me to trust him and go all the way through with it so it get to the point where your daughters will never know Sally Mae and your fiance will never have to scrub a floor again. You feel me?
That pain and purpose.
She'll never have to go into her office again every morning.
That's facts.
So at the end of the day, I do this for the people I love, bro. I do this for the small people, the people that's at the bottom, man. I do this for the people who really need motivation. You can take your life and you can speak towards the rich and the famous, or you can take your life and you can speak towards the poor. But the thing about it is, King Hollis took the poor. But they didn't know God had the biggest bag of gold in that department.
Amen.
They don't even have no idea. I'm more richer than they could ever be. Yeah. That's why millionaires reach out and talk to me, because they know that kid is rich.
Yes.
He rich of another kind.
Spirit. Yeah.
Yeah, another kind. You know what I mean? And that turns into real wealth.
Yeah, man. If you've never seen pain and suffering, and it's a big realization. Like when I went to Uganda, I remember, like, I've seen poor people in America and I've been around them, but when I went to Uganda and just seeing like a whole country that was poverty driven, you know, and people sitting there scooping water, dirty malaria water, and drinking it, and just seeing that, but seeing how happy they were too. It's like, man, you don't need things to be happy. No. You know, at all. No instance do you need things to be happy. It's all what's inside. Facts.
You want to know something funny too? That the whole eastern side of the world only has the verbiage this. There is no that. There is no external like that. That is a Western Hemisphere word that we use because it relates to the ego. It relates to the external as opposed to the internal. Yeah. And that simple change in language and verbiage creates a whole mindset of ego, which is ultimately what you're talking about escaping. Because if you really want to tap into God and really be your most in tune, like brightest light or shine the brightest, you can't have ego at all. So so you said you were inspired by your mom. What, can you talk about that a little bit?
I was inspired because my mother was a young mother. She had to grow up on her own. She had to learn how to be a mother on her own. She had to, and I learned firsthand as a man how scary it is going into situations where you really don't know if you're prepared for it. You know, like I said, my mother was molested by her father, so she was strong. She still woke up and she loved me and nourished me. You know what I mean? And every day, like I said, I buried my mama at 35, 36 years old. Wow. You know, going on 37. So at the end of the day, that was my best friend. You know what I mean? Like that's my hero. That's the one who brought pizzas home. When I was a little boy, that was my Disneyland. The pizzas, the movies at Blockbuster, when Black Blockbuster was still hot. I love Blockbuster, man. You can go in there and get snacks, and even though I know she ain't have it, she gave it. Yeah. So, you know, that's just my hero. That's why I treat people how I treat them.
She showed you real love. She was the first person to show you real love.
Yeah, that was the first person to tell me I was special.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I was the first person to tell me I was special, and I wouldn't understand until I became a man. So my mom saw this for me ever since I was little.
Yeah, that's what's up. That's super cool. Man, that's having a important, like, a relationship, a good one with your parents is so important to your foundational, like, how you move forward in life. And even if you don't have that, or if you only have one, or if you have it, like, if your dad is incarcerated, or if your mom passes away, like, those are those things that you're talking about that really shape you and give that life experience that push you to become a man.
Absolutely.
Because those are the things that are the inevitably they're inevitable. Death is inevitable.
Absolutely.
2 things guaranteed in this world: death and taxes.
Were you popping off before your dad went to jail?
Popping off, what you mean?
Like going viral.
No, man, no.
So when he went into jail, you were in a tough spot.
Man, my dad was battling demons himself. I where I'm from, bro, like, when you hit about 16, 17, you a man. You ain't looking for daddy no more. You feel me?
Yeah.
So, my dad taught me basic street qualities. Watch your surroundings. Try to talk less than what you hear. And it's a golden rule he taught me. He said, Will's 95% of fake individuals on the earth and 5% real. So what's the chances of finding that 5%? And once you understand that a lot of people fake, bro, and you'll waste a lot of energy. I stopped wasting energy.
Yeah.
I stopped becoming accessible. You know what I mean? That's the first step of becoming successful.
Yeah, absolutely.
Stop becoming accessible, man. You can't keep letting people get in your space, because people get in your space to bring their dark cloud and your energy. You feel me? Mm-hmm. And you got to protect that. So one thing I did was you got to get comfortable with being alone.
Yeah.
With that gift. You got to let that gift talk to you. You got to let it marinate in your soul. Absolutely. And if you don't, baby, it ain't gonna never manifest. Like I tell people, man, I'm a dream builder, but I'm not gonna give you the fabricated fake version. If you can't wake up every single day before the sun come up, cancel your dreams, player.
Yes, sir.
It ain't coming.
That's facts, bro.
If you can't get up and grind the days you don't want to, sinus is bad, you got to go get a medicine ball from Starbucks. If you can't go through that, you ain't gonna be successful, man. And this is and like what y'all talk about, hustle up. It exemplifies everything that I do and what I talk about. It's about hustling. You gonna hustle or die.
That's right.
You gonna either hustle or die. Barbecue or meal do. I got a mission. And my mission is to become the #1 motivational speaker in the world. My mission is to do something that never happened in motivation.
Man, well, I would say having 200 million views and the #1 football speech on YouTube is a solid start for sure. Man, that's
nothing.
Only a start.
No, it's nothing.
That's only
it's
a
nothing.
start.
That's
yeah.
nothing. That's nothing.
Solid start.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
We had Michael Chiara on here yesterday to talk about fitness and the routine that he goes through in the morning to make himself uncomfortable. Something you just said, get comfortable being uncomfortable. Mm-hmm. That's where the growth is. Pain and purpose are linked. Yes. So what do you do on a daily basis? You just said, I wake up before the sun. That's the first start.
Well, I wake up early morning, man. I just started, my fiance got me on my health bit. So I get up and I run my 40, 60 miles. And she was just talking to me about, like, fitness is not really about your body, it's about your mind. Mm-hmm. It takes care of your mind, and then the body reaps the benefit from it. You know what I mean? So I started doing that to take my mind off of all the thoughts, because I'm a workaholic. So I'm always thinking I'm not doing it. I can be over 200 million views, but that's the difference between me. I work as if I only got 2 views. You feel me?
Yeah.
Every day. It's not about what you did last night. It's about what you do this morning. Mm-hmm. You feel me? So I tell people, I keep a mentality that my next got to be better than my last. Yeah. And I want to touch the soul every time I speak, every time I create something. Like when I come speak to you, no offense to any other speaker, but I'm coming in to take it. I want to be the most remembered guy in that building, period. And even if you don't admit it, I know it's true. You feel me? Yeah. It's just the way it's the way things set up. It's not. I tell people, I never went out and sought out and did no side job. I wasn't a producer. I wasn't a Fortune 500 company owner. I was a kid from Pontiac, Michigan. Couldn't read till I was 16. Father was a drug dealer. Uncle was a drug dealer. Grandma was a drug dealer. And now I'm speaking to people like Grant Cardone and top speakers in the world. So that's why I tell people I didn't choose this. I didn't wake up and say, hey, I want to be a motivational speaker, mama. No, my mama was in the grave And God said, this what you gonna do, son. Yeah. So it's a difference, dog. I'm not like you. That's the problem with a lot of people. They put themselves in the same situations as other people, but we built different, dog. You know what I mean? Like I tell people, I never had a safety net. Yeah. I never had nobody to call and say I'm falling.
Yeah.
I need your help. I never had that. So I don't allow people to put me on the same plateau as them other people. We not the same.
Yeah.
I'm from the grits in the gutter. You from what was comfortable for you. I had no other choice. That's why when you talk about a lot of people, bro, like you got to listen to stories. Mm-hmm. Now people lie about their stories just to make it worse than others.
Yeah.
That's the speaking industry now. And they say, Will, what's the difference between you? Because they know it's real.
It's real, yeah.
You
Everybody,
can see it in your
you can
face.
you can go to any school, any university that knew William Hollis, like, boy, was a menace. Ain't no way he's supposed to be no inspirational speaker. I saw my cats that I went to school with. It's a Tuskegee homecoming this weekend. They having a big party tonight. King, come to the party. I said my party was meeting y'all in the mall today. I'm gonna drink my smoothie and go home. And they looked at me and they know. They like, bro, this is King. Like, bro, this is William Hollis, bro. I know this dude. This is crazy. And because of me, people believe in God.
Mm-hmm. Once again, not being accessible.
Yeah, not being accessible. It's all about sacrifice. As much is given, much is required. Yes. I'm 30 and I gotta live like an old man right now. You know? My party's is done. Don't get it twisted. I love to have a good time, but my party's gonna be in Brazil or London.
I love your focus, man, because I can tell your focus, and I can tell you're not giving this dream up for nobody. No one's gonna come snatch this thing from you. No. You're gonna stay dedicated, and you're gonna be one of the best in the world. And not you're gonna die trying.
And
I respect that. I respect that.
And also the two qualities that like are really sticking out to me, and where I think that success is gonna come from is a two-prong. Intention and authenticity. Mm-hmm. Like you keep it all the way a buck. You don't lie about anything. You are who you are. You really came from it. You know what I'm saying? Like you really came from from it.
Yeah.
And now you're where you are, and you've done it by being yourself and haven't changed for a single person. Mm-hmm. Not even if someone said, "Hey, talk, say your words a little bit better like this or dress like this." You're like, "No, I'm William King Hollis. I'm gonna be William King Hollis, or y'all ain't gonna get me."
I am the way I am.
Exactly.
A king does live his life how he want to live his life.
That's right.
He's not dictated. He dictates.
That's right.
So what I tell people is your king is not really so much a crown. It's your gift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Once it becomes so royal, baby, you make the rules.
Yeah.
You don't tell me what you gonna tell me to do.
That's right.
That's what God gave me a job to do. You not my boss. Nobody will ever be my boss. That's why you can ask my fiance. A person put a contract on my face. King Hollis don't sign no contract. It take him a light years to sign a contract. Mm-hmm. Because I know I got everything I need. That's the object of the world with special gifts. They come to you and make you believe that you need them. That's the gift they got. They can manipulate you to believe that you think you need them, and in reality, they needed you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They just tricked you. That's record labels all day, record deals all day long.
Oh, yeah. That is a record
like,
label.
bro, man, look, you need me.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Yeah.
How you even know my name?
Yeah.
You wouldn't know my name if I needed you.
Facts. Yeah.
So that's just being a smart genius, man. Like me, I grew up around drug dealers. So when I was 14, 15 years old, I was with my pops driving heroin from Las Vegas to Los Angeles.
Wow.
Back and forth. First time I learned about boxer briefs was when I put dog food in it. That's called heroin. That's what I was doing.
Wow.
So I grew up fast. You know them long, tall glasses of liquor you drink in Vegas? I was 16 drinking them with a long white tee and glasses.
That's crazy.
So
man.
I grew up fast, bro.
Yeah.
I know. I just know it's nothing you can impress me with money wise, because I grew up around dope dealers who had money stacked up to the room, drug all the way to the room.
You've experienced so many extremes that nothing could take you off, like could shock you. Nothing could push you off center.
Look, I'm gonna tell you now, man.
I feel that.
I'm the rose from the concrete.
That's right.
I'm from the streets. I'm streets first. I'm for every inner city kid around America. The ones that's homeless, the ones that's broken, the ones that want to kill themselves. I'm for them. I ride for them. I'm a lieutenant for them.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, I know, like I say, the best gifts come from the bottom. So I'm a word of the seas at the bottom. Y'all can get the ones at the top with the millions of dollars, but I promise you, the ones that's coming from this bottom, we're gonna be more powerful than you ever could be.
let's talk about someone who had a similar outlook. Nipsey Hussle. What was that relationship? How did you meet him? What wave did y'all vibe on? What was it about him that attracted you, and what was it about you that attracted him?
I was Nipsey music exemplified anybody that was coming from the bottom, building their dream. Yeah. And I remember one day TDE President Punch from Top Dog Entertainment had saw one of my video clips, like, you ain't hungry enough. My life on the line, and he shared it. Nipsey liked it. And then Nipsey liked the picture on my page. Mm-hmm. So he ended up following me. I followed him back. And I shot him a message like, Nips, I'm trying to work on the next album. I'm made for this. Not knowing Nipsey is a huge fan of inspiration and motivation. Yeah. So he's kind of already introduced to some of my work. Yeah. So I'm like, I want to do like a intro. I want to do an intro, either an album, anything. So I kept talking. And about a year went by. He was already putting the project out, the last album he put out, and we was just waiting on everything to flow into fruition, and all of a sudden, man, we was getting ready to work together, and all of a sudden, man, 3 days before he passed away, I made a tribute speech to him.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
It was basically like a follow-up, like, Nip, still here, baby, trying to finish that. So I did a tribute. Yeah. And, I showed the love and appreciation for my dog. And
he reposted it, didn't he?
No, I don't know if he shared it. I know he liked it.
He liked it.
Yeah, and after that, bro, 3 days after that, he passed away. He was shot down. So I feel like Nipsey was a person that he was supposed to inspire a kid like me. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna be a lot of Nipseys that come up from where we came from now, because we know that it's possible. Yeah. And I think Nipsey exemplifies for a lot of inner city kids, bro, what is possible. What can grow right there in the street if you take care of it and you water it right.
Yeah, so, I thought of that Pac quote when you said it, when he said that I may not be the change, but I'll be the spark. I'll be
the spark.
Yeah, like that. Be the change. Man, that's so real.
Yeah, he was. I think he definitely exemplified Pac. Yeah, think about it. We talk about all these people gone, but imagine all these people here together. You know how powerful the world will be.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know how much further we'll get along. See, the job I'm doing, man, when I'm inspiring people and I got people calling themselves king and awakening their mind and taking the chains off their brains, bro, my life always on the line. Yeah. I get racist messages. I get all kinds of stuff. But at the end of the day, a king is a man that doesn't run from adversity, he runs towards it.
Yes, sir.
You know what I love about you, too, is you've been through so much and you've been through the gutter, but every time I see you, man, you're giving everybody love. It don't matter who they are. You know what I mean? You always giving love. And you always call people king and queen. Why do you do that?
Because I want you to know you special.
Unchain the brain. Yeah. I love that you just said that.
I want you to know you special.
Yeah.
Awesome. And king and queen, it awakens endorphins in the body, man. Mm-hmm. Like, I walk up to a woman, I say, queen, I'm in the airport. It could be a woman been working 12, 13, 14 hours. Hey, excuse me, queen, can you point me to the direction of the southwest? And I say that to her, and you can see the smile on her face. Nobody might have never called that woman a queen before. Yeah. Nobody might have never called that kid a king before. Yeah. And it's going to awaken something in him. Yeah. To the point where he going to start to believe it. He going to love it so much that he ain't going to allow nobody else to call him nothing less. And sometimes, and that's why I do it. Because I know I'm a king.
That's great.
You know what I mean? I know I'm a king. And I know where I'm come from, and I know I'm royalty. You feel what I'm saying? I know it ain't every day a kid speak his way out of a shelter. You know what I mean? Yeah. It ain't every day somebody do that. But for me, it's not about just me. It's about getting a whole bunch of William Hollises and queens to step up and tell their stories and be amazing too, and travel the world just like me. Like I tell you, I ain't never like eating meals alone. So I don't like doing nothing alone. I want everybody to shine. I want everybody to reach their full potential. Mm-hmm. Most people block their blessings because they competing with you before they even let you teach them. Mm. You know what I mean?
That's that ego. That's that not taking feedback, not taking criticism. You know, I believe that criticism weighs more than compliments. You know, I'd rather someone be like, I feel like if you did this, as opposed to, it's like surrounding yourself with yes men. You know, that's, if you got a team of people that say yes, then what do they say? Like you're in a cage, you're not in a team.
Absolutely.
You're not bettering yourself.
Yeah. So have you had any like team doing this, or like who's been behind you? Who's helped you in any capacity?
My fiance.
That's right.
If you ever seen Rise King, she shot that with a camera against the wall. She said, action, babe. And it went viral.
Wow. How many views does that one have?
I think like, I don't know, probably like 300,000-400,000.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, on that, but it went
And
viral.
that was the one that went viral that got you into speaking, right?
No, that was the football one, to be honest with
Okay,
you. But not
okay.
even that. It go all the way back to Young King, my first speech, Young King.
Wow.
That got like 1.5 million views.
Wow.
That's the first speech I ever made.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
That's what's up.
So that one, I got a lot of speeches, man. I got The Journey. That one got like 5 million. When It Hurts, 10 million.
And you freestyle all these speeches,
Everything,
right?
no right, no pen, no pad.
Wow. Can we get a little freestyle real quick?
I'd love to hear The Bodyguard if you got it.
The Bodyguard. Okay. See, there's a difference in the world. And sometimes we make mistakes. We think certain people are our friends, but we got to realize that a bodyguard and a security is two different entities. You see, a bodyguard stands next to you. When you move, he moves. When you shake, he shakes. But security, they stand around and watch. They never get anything moving. So what I'm telling you today is you got to learn how to separate the security from the bodyguards. The security is going to keep you in a complacent place, tell you what you want to hear. The bodyguard going to let you know that this is not safe and this is not what you are meant to be. So that decision comes down to you as an adult. What type of people do you like in your circle? Are you building an empire or are you building a mockery? That decision is up to you. Feel what I'm saying? A little small.
I like that.
So this isn't released yet. You haven't put that out yet.
No, that's that's something. Yeah.
That's not even on the Pain and
No,
Purpose?
that's not on Pain and Purpose.
Wow.
That's
it's like,
brand new.
It's a difference. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I actually learned that. I learned from life. I was in Australia, and this older man was telling me, I was like, man, it's all about keeping good friends around me right now, man. He was like, yeah. He said, like, the difference between bodyguards and security.
Yeah.
We all know those two different people, and it stuck with me. That's how I get my motivation.
Yeah. From real life.
Real life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm out in the world.
So what's the coolest place you've been to so far?
The coolest place had to be Milan, man. I went to Italy when I was down there with Philip Plein. It was almost like I was Richie Rich. I was literally pointing at. I was telling them what food I want. Like, let me get chicken tenders and fries. Like, I'm ordering anything I want. They got all the candy. I'm talking about you can order wherever you stand at.
Yeah.
And then you got all the models walking in looking like robots. They like bodies and everything. Everybody just look perfect. And I'm like, bro, what is going on in here, bro? This look fake.
Yeah.
But I think Italy, after the event in Italy, the stage that we used for the props for the models turned into the nightclub. It was the most amazing thing I ever seen in my life. So all the top designers in the world, Gucci, all these people came from the stands, and we went into the boxing ring, little arena thing he built, and we partied the rest of the night. It was absolutely... It was profound, man. It was profound.
That's awesome.
It was profound.
Hey, you ain't kidding. If you're going to party, it's got to be in Italy or Brazil.
Bro, let me tell you about that, bro. I was standing on the street in Huntsville, Alabama, named Night Road. All the drug dealers, everybody. So I got my first apartment. Rent probably was nothing. Forgot what it was, but the building was condemned.
Damn.
I flew to Italy in the condemned building. I was sleeping in a condemned apartment. So I went from Night Road, Huntsville, Alabama, to Italy, Milan, sleeping in a 5-star hotel. That was, I got discovered off a YouTube video.
Bro, I don't want to hear any more bullshit excuses from anybody. I mean, this story is so incredible. Like, you really came from it and went to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, with nothing, with an
I was
iPhone,
still
bro.
broke getting to
Man.
it. I was still, that's when I knew, like, this ain't about the money. This about
Facts.
the gift.
Yeah.
Facts, bro.
This about the gift. And I realized that now, man. Like, it's just a gift.
I think William embodies the mission that we're trying to capture here.
Yeah,
you're the ideal person. We want this to be a platform that inspires people to go chase their dreams. Mm-hmm. We focus on mindset, business, fitness, relationships, but the idea is wherever you come from whatever walk of life, the only thing that matters is intentionality. Taking those action steps. And you can add authenticity in earlier. You said that too. But
Absolutely.
taking those action steps to get closer to your goal and chasing it relentlessly.
Absolutely.
Waking up before the sun.
Absolutely.
Getting after it every day.
Absolutely.
And you and your story, I mean, it's motivational. I'm getting fired up
I'm getting
just sitting here.
goosebumps, bro.
Yeah, just sitting here talking about it is getting me more motivated, and I know it's reaching other people too. So thank you.
You're welcome, bro.
That's what
Thanks
you.
for
And
having me.
that's it, when you're talking, like, I'm thinking pain and purpose, intentionality, and intentionality, and then the action. Like, the action can be painful because you've got to be disciplined to. Practice only makes perfect if you perfectly practice. You got to show up and show out. You can't just show up and half-ass it.
When he spent his last $120 and called his now fiance, out of that pain
Yeah.
was born your purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is no excuses. I mean, that's what I see.
Yeah.
Everybody has an excuse all the time. It's like, well, this happened and this happened. He's like, man, there's no excuses. Get up, get your ass out of bed, and get to grinding. If you have a dream, like he said, if you have a real dream, then get up before the sun comes up, or
What
you
are
don't
you
have a
living
dream.
for today?
Right.
What are you living for
And I
today?
feel
Because
that,
if you're
man.
not, then you're dying.
Yeah.
Like the clock's ticking on all of us.
Right.
It's progression, right? We can hope that science and technology advances us,
Yeah.
but and keeps us alive longer. But without purpose, it's almost sad.
Absolutely.
Why? Why would you want to
Why?
get old, right?
Yeah. Let me ask you this. What do you say to the person who says, I'm good, I don't need motivation, I'm good, I don't need inspiration, I'm good, I don't need personal development, I'm good, I don't need to hear William King Hollis, I'm already good in my own mind?
Show me the Carfax.
Hit him with a receipt.
Show me the Carfax.
Yeah.
I don't, that's all you do these days. You don't really gotta listen. That's why I always love that commercial when it first came. Show me the Carfax. Show me the Carfax.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
That's what I do to people. Show me the Carfax.
Yeah, what you really got going on.
I don't care what you think about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody cares what you think about yourself.
Facts.
But people do care about what the world thinks of you. And that's very weird, but it's true. So at the end of the day, you can act like you got this, you can act like you got that, but time will tell, said the man in jail. My granddad used to have that saying, time will tell, said the man in jail.
Wow.
Went a little different, but time will tell, said the man in jail. Time will tell with everything in life. Like, I can't help who don't want to be helped.
Yeah.
That's not my job. And maybe you just not the person I was meant to talk to. And I respect that, and I will never get mad. One thing about speaking, I read in this book, first speaking book I ever picked up, and I can't even remember the name because I only read about 5 minutes of it. But when I opened it up, I read it, and it said, if nobody in the room don't like you after you're done speaking, you didn't do a good job. You didn't stir up enough.
You're supposed to
weren't
offend
polarizing.
people.
You didn't
If
stir
you
up
didn't
enough
offend
spirit.
people,
Yeah.
And when
it
I learned
wasn't
that,
true.
bro, I stopped caring. I stopped caring, bro, because it's like this for any speaker that got fear to step on stage. I'm going to give you some $1 million game. When you get on the stage, it's just like somebody coming into your house. Do you care what anybody think or got to say about your house? Can they make rules in your house? Yes or no?
No.
Okay. So when you step on that stage and all those people are watching you, that's your house. That's yours. When you out in the crowd, this is my house. If you don't like what I'm doing in my house, get the heck out.
Let's go.
Immediately. So when I'm on this stage, I'm not speaking to impress you. I'm telling you what I want to tell you in my house.
Yeah.
And you came and knocked on the door and said, let me in. So shut up.
Let's go.
You feel me?
I feel
People
that,
don't
yeah.
get angry.
So when you got that mentality, you good.
Yeah.
People don't get angry or offended at things that aren't true. They might
Yeah.
disregard you.
Yeah.
They might think you're ignorant. They might not listen to you, but they only get mad at like truly mad and bothered about the truth. And if you just expose, you said it earlier, you want to touch souls. If you just reached out and touched somebody's soul, and sometimes that's going to motivate somebody, right? And sometimes it might hurt somebody. Maybe they needed to hear a hard truth.
For me, when I give speaking gigs, man, sometimes I can get completely off the topic. But it's somebody in there I was supposed to talk to. With me,
Yeah.
I'm okay with touching that one person out of 1,000 people that I was supposed to touch. Like, I was in Australia, and as a kid, dad was incarcerated. His mom and his sister kept walking up to me telling me about the incarceration. And that day in the gym, when that kid walked up to the ring, the MMA fighter, he was this quiet little kid. He walked into the ring and the MMA guy, the teacher told him to put his hands up. He threw punches so fluently and beautiful, more beautiful anybody that was in the gym. This quiet, timid, they call him soft. Everything was just to the point. And I told him that day, I said, King, you're going to be one of the greatest fighters in the world.
Damn.
You're going to be one of the greatest fighters in the world. And I saw it in him. And the reason I said that about him is because he's sweet. He cares about people, but he's a fierce fighter.
Mm.
Yeah.
Those are the best warriors.
Yeah.
The ones who love but can kick your butt at the same time.
Right.
Them the best warriors.
Yeah.
And when I saw that, I changed that kid's life. I was there to speak to a whole MMA gym of professional fighters. And I ended up talking to a 8-year-old.
Wow.
I mean, I feel like that's why we're here, is to serve other people, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that's our purpose here, is to help other people and serve other people and bless other people.
Yes.
And you're also out here talking about something that it doesn't matter what age you are, what gender you are, what race you are, what social class you're from. This is something that is for everybody and brings us together. And we're all in Atlanta right now. And I'm glad you moved to Atlanta because I'm telling you, I feel like Atlanta's in a renaissance right now.
Thank my fiance. That's what got me.
Hey, thank you.
Atlanta influences everything.
Atlanta influences everything. Like, we really out here. And is she coming on the show? Come and say hey. No, but I mean it's perfect timing, man. And LA, Charlie Rocket was here, and he was saying, there's people doing this in LA, but there's no one doing it in Atlanta right now. And now you're in Atlanta, and we've got this going. This is really a perfect time to really inspire and motivate a lot of people.
Man, I think what I'm about to do, I'm creating a different culture, man.
That's right.
You got other speakers, but I'm creating a different culture, man. It's a new world. It's a new culture. It's a new wave. And our first rule is no rules. We won't play by nobody rules. It's our rules.
Man, that was the first thing you ever told me, because I remember I met you at a Lil Baby song release party, and someone told me that you were a freestyle motivational speaker, because I'm into personal development. I'm heavy into that. Right. And I was like, man, I freestyle. You know what I'm saying? So I had to go see what was going on. Like, you really about it? And so I went up to you, and you said the most profound shit. I was like, I said, can you give me something? And you were kind enough to bless me, and you said, there's no rules in life. The only rule is run towards your dreams. And that helped me, like, just that simplicity helped me cut out all the bullshit, because at that point, like, I have a goal, like one huge goal to hit before I'm 30. And if it's not helping me get there, it's out. Because my only rule is run towards my dreams.
That's why I tell everybody, put down your books for at least 3-4 months.
Mm-hmm.
And let your inner self speak to you.
Yeah, facts.
Maybe that one thing that when you've been waiting to change your life, you're not hearing it because you're listening to the stories of other men.
Yeah.
That's the other stories of that's God playing for them, not you.
Damn, bro.
So you're literally trying to recreate something that wasn't meant for you.
Yeah.
And you wonder why it don't work. Because it's outdated. God already wrote that book. I got a new one for you. And you ain't even open it up, and it's already inside of you. So that's why I'm going to run circles around these cats just reading them. Yeah. Keep reading that outdated crap.
Let's go.
Keep reading it. And I'm going to keep reinventing, and you're going to keep coming to me, and by the time you figure out that book wasn't nothing, I'm going to cost you $15,000 to sit down and say, King Hollis, what do I need to do?
Yeah, they going to be reading you.
Give me my check first.
That's right, bro.
Because I told you to listen.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Man.
I told you to listen.
Man.
We're gonna do big things, man.
I told you to listen.
Yeah, man.
You gotta listen to yourself.
I'm excited. I'm excited to watch your journey, man. What's coming up for you?
I got Valdosta State coming up, man. But I just partnered with a new motivational company out of London, VYBO, Vibo. Shout out to Vibo.
Shout out Vibo.
Vibo huge, man. Every video they do over 1 million. And like I said, all these YouTube channels, man, they coming to me trying to sign deals. They want to do projects. Or the projects, like I said, if you create speeches as fast as I do, man, you can literally give me a topic tonight. I have it for you before you biting your chicken biscuit tomorrow. You feel me? Like, this is just what I do, man. You know what I mean? If I had a guy, like, what's that great kid name you had recording me the other night?
Rafi.
Shout out Rafi. My brother Rafi. I like kids like that, man.
Yeah. Hungry to learn.
On the come up. you know, everybody in the celebrity game, they want the big name, fancy. I want the kid that might not have the biggest confidence, but when I'm done with him, he gonna have the confidence of King Hollis.
He gonna be king.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
Like, we gonna record classic stuff, and you're gonna be responsible for that.
That's right.
So shout out to my brother Ralphie, man. You got a brother for life, man.
That's
I love
right.
him. I love
That's
him.
what's up, man.
Yeah.
Well, he's gonna listen to this, and so where can people listen to Pain and Purpose?
Pain and Purpose is on iTunes, Spotify, Tidal,
all streaming platforms?
Amazon Music. Yeah, everywhere, baby.
That's what's up. And
Video drop tonight, I believe.
You got a video drop tonight?
I got an hour video of the whole album.
what's the title?
Is
it called Pain and Purpose?
on Motivational channel.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
it's on Motivational.
It's dropping tonight.
All right, awesome, man. Well, cool. Do you got anything else to shout out? Anything else you want to say to anyone listening? Or
yeah, man, I want to say something to people for 2020, man. 2020 embarks a year. It's a special year. It's a real spiritual year, and it's a year that a lot of souls will break free from bondage. And I just want everybody to go into this new year, man, 100% sure about what they want, because I could tell people, they talk about me waking up at 4:30 in the morning. The reason why I can wake up at 4:30 in the morning is because I'm going in the right direction.
Yeah.
I know where I'm going.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't wake up in the morning because you don't even know where you're going. You know what I mean? And I tell people, there's no special quality about me. The only thing is, I found what I was born to do, and I believed in it.
yes, sir.
So
And,
what are some of your dreams for 2020? Like, what do you aspire to be?
Man, my dream for 2020, man, is to coach at least 10 new students, to get at least over a million views on YouTube this year with my help. I also want to take over the #1 motivational speaker in the world by the end of 2020. I want to be the most sought after motivational speaker in the world, as far as in all levels, the Tony Robbins levels, the Les Brown level, everybody.
Let's
you know,
go.
2020 is a year, you know, the year of the year of the wolf.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like I said,
Sky high.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Let's
you know,
get it.
I'm coming. And
2020 vision in 2020. That's
Yeah,
it, baby.
yeah,
See
yeah.
it clearly. Get it.
Everything 20
Man,
is 2020.
That's right, man. We're excited to watch you. We're excited to help you build. You know, we're right down the street from each other. That's awesome. Where can people follow you?
You can follow me at William King Hollis. Also, William King Hollis on YouTube. William King Hollis on Facebook. Also, subscribe to my Spotify, my monthly listeners at William Hollis. Like I said, man, in the #1 spot, YouTube, baby. Get ready. I got
Let's
like
go.
a whole new 2 albums coming out, man. So we got a lot of
It's
stuff
just the
coming.
beginning.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Man, thank you so much for coming on. This has really
Yeah,
been an
for
amazing
sure.
energy. I still got goosebumps. This is,
Absolutely.
man, y'all, hey, thank you guys for listening to this. I really hope you got some gems from this. Leave some comments in the comments below.
Like and subscribe.
Like, subscribe, smash those buttons.
Just
Man,
do it.
William King Hollis, authenticity, intention, pain and purpose.
Yeah.
Check it out on all streaming platforms. This is the man. He's a legend. He's living in Atlanta right now, so we'll call him Atlanta. Man, Will King.
Everybody
Oh,
should
man.
be pumped up after
Hustle
this.
up.
Yes,
if
thank
this
y'all
doesn't
so-
inspire you to go get your dreams, then
Let's
I
Let's
don't
get
know
it.
what
Hey,
will.
no
If you got
more
value-
excuses.
If you got value from this, tell your friend about it.
Yeah.
Introduce them to Mr. Hollis.
Yeah.
Introduce them to the movement, not just here in Atlanta, but here in the United States. There's that underground personal development. I mean, it's not that underground, but there's that movement of people who are trying to improve in life. Do them a favor. Expose your friends to this.
Follow less IG models and more William King Hollises.
That's right. More hashtags.
Follow less food things and more hustle up.
No more memes. Just get rid of the memes.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
go on record to tell y'all, man, Hustle Up, man. This is my favorite podcast I've ever done in my life.
Let's get it. We out there.
Hustle Up.
Hey, y'all already see it on the wall at HSTLUP, www.hstlup.com. Hey, shout out Charlie Rocket. Shout out William King Hollis. Thank you so much. I'm Jonathan.
I'm Clint.
I'm Matt Gammon.
Hey, until next time, thank you guys. Hustle up.